Hi, welcome everyone. Thanks for being here with us. My name is Sara Madera. I am the founder of Plan Creatively and a career coach for working moms. And I'm here today with Soundari because we've had some really fantastic conversations about how to keep and retain women in the workplace. Soundari, do you want to share a bit more about yourself?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for reaching out and setting up this. I'm so excited about our conversation. So we got connected when Jean-Yves mentioned to me about the work that you do on retaining women at workplace. That was your area of work. You were in Hong Kong, but I missed you here. And we finally connected when you moved to the US. I'm still in Hong Kong, and I'm an organizational consultant. I run this enterprise, which I'm the chief everything officer of Soundbites 11. Which is all about building connections and conversations with people. So my big, hairy, audacious goal is to help leaders and teams be more human at work by harnessing the power of storytelling.
I love that. That's so interesting. And I'm so grateful to Genevieve for introducing us. Like you said, I was in Asia for more than a decade, both in Hong Kong and Singapore. We just moved back to the US about a year ago. So even it's a bit new for me to be back in this space. And I'm really happy to be connected with you and connected back to my time in Asia. And I think that this is such an important conversation that we are having around women in the workplace, because it's definitely changing, right? I feel like COVID really pushed forward this conversation, but it's definitely been something that's been brewing for a long time, both, in the East and in the West. In my time in Asia, I definitely was asked some questions like, if I worked, who would watch the kids? And I was asked this by an HR department. I was told mothers don't succeed here. And how difficult it is for working mothers in the workplace, also by a head of HR. So it's definitely a changing dynamic. I'm wondering what you're seeing and what has motivated this conversation on your side in terms of the work that you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had some of these questions more from a other side, because I decided to take a career break when we moved to the Middle East from India. And at that time, I was thought, oh, what's the point of all this education if you're not going to be working? And I was like quite taken aback, because it was my choice and it's a personal choice of how I want to lead my life. And definitely it was also a reveal moment for me, because when I joined work decades back, I thought work and life would be a ladder. I mean, we've only heard of the corporate ladder. And as I navigated the work life, I really found out that it's more like a jungle gym. You're like trying to go and do different things. And in a way, that's been great, because it's helped me create a portfolio career of dipping into doing things which are like passionate about the workspace, women in the workforce, the future of work, D&I, and all that. And that's around the consulting work. But it's also given me the flexibility to go and look at teaching at universities, whether it is for product managers, whether it is for science communication, whether it's for executive MBA programs, and fruitfully also paid forward through a lot of the mentoring programs that I'm involved with. And I think this balance is the flexibility that I was craving for, which I didn't know when I joined work initially.
That's so interesting. And I love how you said that. And it really speaks to not only my experiences, but the experience I hear from clients as well, that they're still ambitious. They want to grow and move and do more and be more, but it doesn't look like climbing the corporate ladder anymore. And they're looking for different ways to find success at work that doesn't compromise their work at, their success at home and their families at home. And it looks really different. It may look like a jungle gym. I love that analogy. And how that they can continue their growth, continue their movement, continue to be multifaceted, interesting people, even as moms and even as women in the workplace. And I think that that's really important.